I feel like when I began in the first movie, I didn't know how to work with dragons. But now I feel that dragons respect me and fear me.
Well, for a moment, when I heard that line, I thought to myself, well, he's lost some limbs.
That's what he thought! That's what he thought! He thought that, yeah.
Thinking mechanical penis.
Right, that's what he was thinking, mechanical penis for years. That's what he thought. I mean, some people get that, some people get that. But if Dean says the character's gay, he's gay.
Do you think men today, have they evolved, or are you still like Vikings?
Oh,
I mean, you have the hairiness down.
yeah, definitely. Some of us
I'm
have
completely waxed. I'm like a dolphin from the neck down.
Well, I was going to ask you about manscaping, but that's a whole other conversation.
No, there's no manscape. It's like the Mojave down there. It's just barren. Not even a shrub.
Do you think it'll give Frozen a run for its money?
Frozen, you're going down!
That's what I meant.
That's what I want to hear. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That was
that's
awesome.
what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
He does a lot of improvising as well, so he makes little moments out of nothing. But
Thank you.
no, I'm serious. Thank
you.
Yeah, that's a pleasure.
It's larger than life family entertainment.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's larger than life family entertainment.
There you have
Yeah, no, it's terrific.
You can't stop him, Stoic. You can only prepare him. I know it seems hopeless, but the truth is, you won't always be around to protect him. He's going to get out there again. He's probably out there now.
Which one is your favorite dragon?
That one there, the toothless, the Night Fury. Yeah.
My favorite is Gronkle.
The Gronkle.
Yes, because he's small and fat with little wings.
Yeah. Why would you like that one?
It's just like I can identify with
Oh,
Gronkle.
now stop. Yeah. Don't make yourself a Gronkle.
So like, can you say the lines, can you say like, oh, Hiccup, come back in your voice?
Oh, Hiccup, come back. There you are.
Thank you so much.
That'll be $1 million.
Yes, it will. No, it will. I'm kidding. $1 million.
Yes, when you first get asked to do the voice, they show you sketches and pictures of what it's going to look like, and then they say, "Can you put your voice in that character?" And I believe that I can. Although he talks a little bit higher than me a lot of the time. But that's about it.
And what he is, he's an old-fashioned Viking who used to be frightened of dragons, but through listening to young people, gets to realize that dragons are not bad, but actually good and our friends.
It's very nice to be a Viking. You can do lots of things you're not allowed to do normally. You can you can do lots of poopy noises, and you don't have to use a knife and fork when you eat. You can just eat your food, and you can
Encourage children to be violent.
yes, you
yeah,
can.
come on.
Lots of like that.
So I gave this movie 4.5. The 0.5 loss was because seeing that background.
Yeah.
They're flying above the clouds and they would suffocate.
No, they wouldn't. I'm a pilot. Can I tell you about this? I'm a pioneer. I can fly airplanes, and you can go as high as about 15,000 feet without oxygen. So you can have clouds. See these clouds? They're at about 500, 600 feet. You can fly above them without oxygen. So we get our extra half starfish. All right.
But in the movie, it was a lot higher.
All right. Okay, you got me. Okay, fine.
I grew up in places that have a similar landscape. The only difference between the island of Burke and Scotland, where I grew up, is that Scotland is not in 3D.
And you said they smell nice, which is rare in Hollywood.
They do smell nice. Yeah, they do. They smell like warm biscuits. Have you ever met Jeffrey Katzenberg? He smells like warm biscuits. He's lovely. Yeah, he smells like Paula Dean's kitchen.
Well, I think that my character doesn't have any real problem with how he looks. I think he looks upon his infirmity as a badge of honor. I think every scars and there are bits sewn onto him. I think he's kind of proud of the way he looks. He accepts himself, and I think maybe there's something in that, a message in that for me, and perhaps for us all. And you with your son, Jerry?
What is the best part about working on this film?
Because it's only your voice, you don't have to dress up or put on makeup. So you can turn up at the recording session without even wearing any pants.
Could each of you give me your best Sean Connery impression?
I can do the best Sean Connery impression you've probably heard in your life, young fella.
Well, I don't know, actually, because I feel that my Sean Connery is getting better by the day.
I think what happens is you're going for an earlier era Sean, whereas I'm going for a little bit more Finding Forrester.
Well, the new Sean Connery looks like this.
The Gobber the Belch, who is a Viking of the old school, a part of the generation of Vikings who hated dragons and feared them and fought them and persecuted them. And through the course of these three movies, by listening to his beloved, his friend's son, the beloved Hiccup, who is about to become or is maturing to become the chief of the Vikings. He learns new ideas and gets rid of all of his old prejudices and becomes who he really is through the trilogy of the movies.
Where is Burke now? We left it about a year ago. Where are they now?
Gobber has a dragon of his own now, which he rides, called Grump. He rides Grump everywhere. It's kind of like his car in dragon form.
Yeah, they're infested by dragons. Actually, that's where they are. They're dealing with a dragon overload problem.
I love your accent so much.
Thank you.
This is one of those few movie trilogies that actually has managed to mature with its audience. What do you think fans can expect from this third film?
It's a genuine continuation of the story. It's not just telling the same story again. It's bigger. It's more exciting. It's a darker and deeper and more mature world.
So Craig, can you tell me a little bit about who you play and how they've evolved from the first film to the third?
Sure. My name is Craig Ferguson, and I play the character of Gobber.
The island of Burke is not unlike where I grew up. It's a small place, a very beautiful land full of very tough people who are terrorized from an outside force. In the case of Burke, it is dragons.
Did you
Happy
cry?
sad. Yes,
At
did
the
you?
end? Of course, but
You can't not. You'd have to be dead inside not to cry at the end of this movie. This is when the emotional pull. It makes Bambi look like nothing. That's right, I said it. Take that, Bambi.
what are you
And
taking?
Thumper.
to pass on that fighting capability to the younger people of the village.
12 years I've been working on these things. So I guess I have to look for a job. Well, sometimes it's quite difficult when it's not hard to say the words, but they will say things like, if your character gets hit over the head with a hammer, you have to make the noise that someone would make when they get hit over the head with a hammer. I've never been hit over the head with a hammer, thank goodness, but this is the noise that I imagine someone would make. Oof. You see?
And what was your...
What a dragon, you kidding me? Yes! Like if you could ride a dragon at work. You seen the 405? Can you imagine getting to and from the valley on a dragon? It'd be like that, 5 minutes. Yes, I would like a dragon.
They're all dead starfish,
Oh,
one
right.
cut in half.
Well, so you cut one in half? Well, look, I'm not telling you how to do your job, but maybe if you give it 5 starfish out of 5 starfish, then maybe we wouldn't have to cut the starfish in half, which is kind of gross.
The innards are dried up when they're dead.
Ah, all right. Well, because I'm worried about the starfish. But, I mean, if they're already dead, well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. New ideas are not to be feared. Old prejudices are to be discarded. There. That would take that away.
All right. Ah, nice of you to join the party. I thought you'd been carried off. Hiccup, you can't lift a hammer, you can't swing an axe, you can't even throw one of these.
Actually fascinating to watch the footage that I've seen of the film when you see the dragons flying through the cliffs and the fire breathing and the dragon fighting. To see that in 3D, it's like you're there fighting a dragon, which of course would be far too dangerous to enjoy, with popcorn sitting in a comfortable chair. So you get the best of both worlds. Popcorn, comfortable chair, and terrorizing 3D action, which isn't really that dangerous.
Today is all about attack. The deadly natter. Look for its blind spot. Every dragon has one. Find it, hide in it, and strike.
Oh. Well said. Mine is keep the fire alive.
Keep the fire alive.
Keep the flame burning.
That's the moral of this movie.
Well, yeah, believe in what you want.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah.
So I'll just keep on flaming.
Yeah, no, I thought that the whole flaming thing. I was like, I don't get that with the Vikings, but maybe I don't know. Why not?
Or the Mr. Mom reference.
That's right, Viking Mr. Mom. We're marching. Get the dragon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Some unfortunate incidents in his dragon fighting career. He's been chopped. Well, you can see, actually. He's over there somewhere. I think what's interesting is when I started doing the voice, I didn't look much like him, but now I do. Look a little more like him. And I think as each day passes, I look more and more like him, which I find alarming. So I'd like them to start drawing him a little more hand.
I think when you start anything in show business, you think, well, I don't know how long it is before they fire me, but I'll enjoy it while I can. And it's 12 years I've been working on these things. So I guess I have to look for a job.
Focus, Hiccup! You're not even trying!
You won't be sad, but you'll cry in a sort of sad way.
The Terrible Terror. Fiery, feisty, and fierce.
You'd have to be dead inside not to cry at the end of this movie. This is when the emotional pull, it makes Bambi look like nothing. That's right, I said it. Take that, Bambi.